to
So
do
when they
with
flooded
the mobile station, correct. There's a drain, there's a drain line.
I know they have, but
Yeah,
when it's
water
open
goes-
where the cars,
yeah.
you know, and when it rains, all that
Water goes down underground, goes across 28, on 28.
But the exit itself is open, so the cars go through, and that's where the water comes. And the rest of it is, you know, all goes down. That's a lot of water where the water comes from.
So it's probably on the ground. It's very interesting.
So what happened is, Neil put curves in front of
I
his.
remembered this, I didn't have a
Yeah,
copy
little
of that.
curves, and
What's the
that's
date
always
of the
No, 2008.
Well, it's 28, that's where all the water stays in 28.
Yeah, it's a sewer.
Jason Simpson, our father.
Supposed to have one meeting. That phrase can be mostly political, but I still like what some people say.
Yeah.
But there's a trench on the side of you. See, no, there's not like a fence. There's a trench with a right line, around back, and goes out.
Okay, let's call our meeting to order.
I've seen that trench.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Walt's done first.
Legal notice, please take notice that the planning board of Town of Island will hold a public hearing at 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 17th, 2012, at Town Hall on Bostock Road in Spokane, New York, regarding the proposed Grabowski site plan application for a motor vehicle repair business on a 0.62 acre parcel on Route 28 in Spokane. Town of Isle tax map number section 37.18, block 2, block 37. The applicant is Walter Grabowski.
Okay. I think you probably wanted to say something.
Okay, well, I'm sorry I didn't give you all enough copies, but I didn't know how many were, they were. So I'll just more or less read what I have. I live on the property, my name is Gladys Gilbert. I live on the property that's east of Beyond the Gate. And we've always had problems in the last 2 or 3 years with that property. And you'll see where I wrote here that my basement is constantly filled with water. And we didn't discover until a year or 2 ago that there was a hose coming out of the building and it was going under my fence. And all that water was pouring off, and my property was always wet, and my basement was always wet. So my husband at that time said, let's dig a trench. So we dug a trench all around my property. You can see on the little map that I gave you. It cost us $6,000 to do that. So that was okay. The next thing that happened is there's no leach field. It's just a septic tank. And that overflowed onto my property, and my house, clothes, furniture, all my carpets smelled so bad. When I was driving down Route 28, I stunk. So I can't have that problem anymore. It's a health problem. And my well is, probably less than 100 feet from Beyond the Gate property. Now, how to mitigate this problem? We tried to help with the water, but now we find last summer they put another hose under the fence again on the east side, and we found the water pouring out of there. So we have a pump in our basement running constantly to help with this water. And what else can I tell you? I will tell you that it used to be owned by the Pheasant Inn, and that was the Settlemyer family. And they divided the 2 pieces of property. They owned my property and they owned the Pheasant Inn. And there wasn't any trouble then. We didn't have all this water coming off Route 28. they never overflowed their septic system. Now, when Beyond the Gate moved in there, they found that I guess their septic tank was probably very, very aged, so they put in a new septic tank. But I can't have that tank overflowing because it's not only unhealthy for my well, but for my family. So that's what has happened with the property. It was okay when the Pheasant Inn owned it, and Beyond the Gate, when Neil and Elizabeth were there, they were, you know, they tried to help by putting in a new tank. But still, that hose goes under my fence. Now, the hose right now, they have going on to the next guy's property going west. But the hose keeps moving, and I keep getting the water pumped into my property. So my property is getting that green moldy stuff on top, and you can't walk on the grass. It's all wet all the time. So I'm sorry for you, Mr. Ware. I apologize to you, but if you could figure out a way that this can be solved, that would be fine. Thanks for listening.
I've been in Spokane for 16 or 17 years. I don't recall it being called the Pheasant Inn before. How long ago was that?
Before your time.
I'm sure it was.
I'll tell you,
It was O'Connor's, too.
20 years ago at least 20 years ago. I mean, after Mr. Settlemeyer died and we bought the property, we had several people moving into the Pheasant Inn, and it was never successful after they lost their cook, their chef.
How long ago was it that you did this trench?
We put the trench in 87, 88, 89, something like
Quite a
that.
while ago then.
Yeah. I'll tell you, the other problem we had when it wasn't a successful restaurant, they turned it into a big rock and roll place, and they had go-go girls and everything right in my bedroom. Yeah, and that time Larry Palladino was the zoning officer. And they did decimal counts, and they said it wasn't loud enough, but it was plenty loud in my bedroom. So that's all over with. So I hope that, you can decide what to do with this property.
I guess my question is, were you aware of any of these issues?
Well, there's definitely a water problem under this. All comes from the 28 area from Mobile Station. It's got the drainage on under 28, which it goes probably from like Carl Edmondson's lot's always flooded there.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole thing is the area, right? They got water drains there. They got the culvert pipes on 28 on the Mobile Station there. They all go across 28 right down towards that. Besides the rainwater you have there.
Yeah.
There's a sub pump in the basement. You have a sub pump in the basement?
Pumps all the time.
Yeah, go up there, there's pump, there's water,
And
it's
Neil-
all groundwater, that's what
He
it
has
is.
it on a timer, and it's pumping
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, only thing you can do is like, to solve your water problem going, I mean, I don't think there's any kind of water going from the Pheasant Inn property, I mean, the Beyond the Gate property going to that side. You know what I mean, because that's all high ground, there, all grass areas there.
Well,
But it's all groundwater, it's coming up from ground, I'm saying from underground, it's not sewer or anything like that, you know what I mean?
well, it's all coming down from Route 28
You know?
into the basement.
That's what happens there too, you know?
And what the owners did, they built the little concrete, what do you call them, curbs along the front to help take some of the water away, but they need to get their car in and out, so they have entrances and exits there where the water just comes in, fills up the basement. So it's a problem.
Walt, on your site plan, you've got a place that shows the septic filled up against the basement
Correct,
boundary.
that's what Beyond Gate had on that scale up there. There's a septic tank was there, from Neil had it, you know?
Right.
He put a new one in.
Yep. Yeah, there's a septic tank, there's junction box, there's a leach field there, you know?
There's no leach field, just a tank, just a tank.
It must be something to do because he had a, okay, yeah.
So he had no room for a leach tank. Don't forget, he's only got .62 with the neighbor there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the sewage tank's not dumping on top of the ground, is it?